Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Konauja here. Welcome back to iRacing. We are in the Grand Touring Multi-Class Championship, and this week we are at the Watkins Glen International Raceway for the Cup Circuit in the Mustang once again. Should be a pretty good race. This is a circuit that I really adore. Full disclosure, this is actually the second race that I have run this week. The first one was with Gem Knight and Yames. It did not go well. Here's a clip of one particularly great moment from that race. But other than this, there was pretty much nothing but overall sadness. Really struggled with the car, did not have any pace, and just kind of hung around in the back of the field the whole time. It wasn't too fun, and I didn't feel as though it was good enough content for you guys. So going ahead and doing another race this week. This time I'll be by myself. Unfortunately, I didn't realize it during the race, but after I realized that Rebel Cowboy will be in this race as well. So make sure you're checking his channel because I know he's doing a lot of iRacing videos. But before we drag on too long, let's get into the race. Alright, getting the start at Watkins Glen is always a tricky thing.
As far as could be.
Because the start-finish line is actually pretty far down the straight. This is a pretty clean start. That's the way I like to see it go.
Got one on your left.
Let's see if we can keep it clean down in turn one.
Right there.
That pole, I know he would want me to treat you the same way.
Still have one outside who got a better run.
Still there.
Clear behind us. I'd like to stay. Well, he cleared. I'm back.
Got one on your left. Keep right there.
These cars are hard to pass
Still
with,
there.
so I'd rather not give up this position here.
Stay right. Clear on the left.
Held strong. A little loose there. Cold tires. Because the conditions are quite warm, I have the tire pressures very low. In the previous race that I did, I felt as though I didn't go low enough with tire pressures for the conditions. So I went pretty aggressive here to try and combat that. I'm also running lots of rear brake bias. See if we can get some
Got one on your right.
understeer or out of this car that I really fought with in the first race.
Still there.
Nice pass there.
1 minute 33.194. Clear on the right.
Keep it out of the grass here. It can spin you if you get into the grass there. I wish I had qualifying to up my setup a little bit instead of just running race setup. I feel like we could have been starting a little higher in the field, but I think we have a good long run car, so we'll see. A little defensive there. One of the best places to pass here is to get people to overrun the bus stop and then pass them through the carousel, because that's where it will bite them. Or me. I've been on the receiving end of that. As brick as these cars are, the draft is certainly there, but it's actually, if you remember that radical race we ran here, it was probably way draftier in those cars than it is in these. Probably because they have so much less downforce. Sure, they have a lot of drag, but they don't make a ton of downforce, and we're not talking massive amounts of power either. So the draft isn't quite as significant, I don't think. You have to be real tucked up behind somebody, kind of unfortunately like the 8 is here, to get a good draft down the backstretch. I may not have enough from the 11 to save me from that happening. We'll see. See, he's not quite there.
Clear on the right.
But he's probably doing exactly what I was talking about, trying to get me to outbrake myself into the bus stop. Easier way to pass than it is to actually pull over and try to pass somebody. Happy with that, though. That was nicely defended. The 11 here being very defensive. He's constantly taking that inside line. A little too much curb on the inside there. Got me upset. Car feeling good, though. I think the changes I made were very good for the car, or at least the way that I drive it. The biggest thing was getting rid of the front brake bias, which seems like a lot of people, or a lot of the setups that we find for this car have tons of front bias in them, which is unusual to me because the car is very front heavy, and overall with ABS not too weird with having a lot of rear bias. Let's see what we can do here. See, I overran the exit right there. That will cost me time. I kind of had to shut down the entry to the carousel to keep the 8 at bay. It's a good little pack here. Very similarly paced. Loose there. From the 11. Got ourselves a little gap to the 8. It'll go away though.
23.284.
Identical conditions to last race, and I'm already running laps that are about 0.2 faster at that best of last race. Ooh, easy 11. Those curbs will bite you. Just trying to trick him into thinking I was going to the outside. Doing exactly what I was talking about, trying to get him to miss the bus stop here. It's not worked yet, but we'll keep working at it for as long as we have a gap to the 8. Sailing it off in there to try and pass him isn't going to be good for either of us. Again, too much curb. And caught my grass there for an X, but no biggie. 1X here isn't gonna hurt. It's a big track with a lot of turns. Well, actually not a lot of turns. It's a pretty simple track, isn't it?
1 minute 23.395.
As long as we keep applying the pressure like this, I think we'll get there. See, it's so surprising that this close we can't get enough draft to just pull on by.
You got one on your left. Keep right there. Clear on the left.
Can't believe he keeps making this bus stop as late as he's braking. It's pretty impressive. But the good thing is I'm not overdriving my car, and I feel like, oh, well, there's a stupid X. But I feel like I'm not overdriving mine, and he's probably his. Let's ease up off that curve a little. Well, we got company behind us again.
1 minute 23.892.
Really trying not to overrun turn 1. That was one of my biggest issues in the first try here. Overrunning turn 1. It's very easy to do. Especially when you got somebody behind you making you think you need to brake later. You probably don't need to brake later. You can very easily defend that position without doing so. Look at this defensive line he's running. Like I'm gonna sail it in from back there. Man, he is super aggressive here in the bus stop. Gotta hope that's eventually gonna catch up with him.
Think so.
Little bit of nose there, losing it. Bit of understeer. Alright, here's the solstices. One of them anyway.
Got one on your right. Clear on the right.
So he ran into the grass a little bit there. Alright, well let's see if we can do anything with this.
1 minute 23.967.
Oh man, did he ever park it in there.
Stay right. Clear on the left.
That was
Thank you.
insane. Everything I could to stay off of him. A little bit of a bump and run, but I don't really feel bad about it for how slow he was at the apex. It was unbelievable.
Got one on your left.
Wasn't
Hold
sure.
on the left.
Wasn't sure if he saw me there. And he's lagging. God, that's a great combination. This should be an easy pass on the Solstice. I think a little bit easier here than it was at Daytona because they have
Clear on the left.
a little bit better apex speed. There's less of those super fast turns that they were really hurting at Daytona. Alright, which way you gonna go, guy?
Got one on your right.
That is so freaky. Okay, we got smoke up here.
We have a car stopped on the left.
Mustangs.
Go right.
Mustang and a Solstice? No, 2 Mustangs. Well, that's good news for us. Alright, 17, which way you going? He's trying to use me as a pick, or trying to use the Solstice as a pick.
Clear on the right.
He went to the inside. Oh, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Oh, sorry about that, Gary.
Oh. Okay, he's apparently... He started trending low, and I thought that's where he was going.
Clear, all clear. 1 minute 24.832. Car on your left. Good job, man. Up the bit. All clear, all clear.
I got plenty of room behind me, so I'm trying to take it easy with these guys.
All clear, all clear.
Alright, a little bit of room to breathe right now. We're catching them lap 10. We really caught them lap 9, so it's possible we're going to catch them twice. Right at the end of the race, we'll catch them again. Something to consider as we get to the closing bits of the race. Expecting 18 to 19 laps here. Judging by the weather, I'm going to say it's going to be 18. So we'll be catching just the tail end of the solstice field again. The Jettas are iffy, if we'll catch them or not. No, there's only a couple. Whoa, easy guy. You don't gotta do any of that garbage. I don't understand what happened there.
1 minute 25.388. Alright man, that car's flat down. You got one on your right.
It's really bizarre. Okay, we got a Mustang coming out of the pits. That might be upset.
Car on your right. All clear, all clear.
Alright, let us go. Let's see. Let's make our intent to go left here.
Car on your right. All clear, all clear.
We're clear. One more solstice to go.
Thanks, Scott.
Up to 5th right now, and we're closing in on the 9, I believe. This is going pretty well. I think we caught some breaks there with the solstices to help us out. But I was also pretty aggressive pulling through them to try and make the most of it. Car feeling really consistent right now, trying not to push it too hard. I think last race I was too fixated on like running those 22s and the real fast laps like the leaders would be running. All that did was make me even slower than I really should have been. Where are we gonna catch here? Is it on the straightaway? Yeah.
Car on your left. All clear, all clear.
Nice and clean. Very nice. All right.
Your ass looks huge in that car, Brandon.
I'm not sure how to respond. I'm just gonna go with I have no idea if compliment or not. But I have been told by a previous ex that I am the assless wonder of the South, so I'm gonna take it as a compliment. But let's shift our focus back to trying to close in on the 9, which we are still vaguely doing.
Thank you, Garrett. Boy, nothing like being blind coming into the bus stop.
Yeah, there is.
I noticed the break a little bit earlier.
There is a lot of interesting moments here with traffic, for sure.
I don't want to push me and Gary through it.
Still closing on the 9 here, making pretty good progress at it. Hope starting on very low pressures has helped our car for the end of the race here. As we start lap 14. It's winding down here pretty quickly.
1 minute 23.916. Your 4th place. Good job, man.
Do see some Volkswagen traffic up there. Still 14 seconds till we start to get back into Solstice range. But that's only like a lap and a half, to be honest. Sure would be nice to get up to him and try to make this move pre-traffic rather than post-traffic, though. Such a different race than the first one, though.
First, I go through the bus stop by myself. Thank you, sir.
Go. Volkswagen traffic. Not sure how that's gonna go because there's way less differential of speed. I was gonna say very nice point through there, but and actually got pretty close. This could be a good opportunity for us, though, going down the backstretch. Whoa, easy now. That was a moment and a half.
Car on your right.
Excuse me, pardon me.
Still there? Hold your line.
That was a bad sequence of events that cost us quite a bit of time.
That car is a lap down.
However, he just had a bad moment there, too, with the Solstice into the bus stop.
Got one on your right. All clear, all clear.
We'll understeer out because we're on a weird line, and we're back to about a 2-second gap. The ebb and flow, man, the ebb and flow. Don't overdrive the car, especially now that lower on fuel, lower on tire. It's nice and consistent.
1 minute, 25.028.
Thank you.
Had none of those shenanigans of drifting in turn 1. None of that. Take this opportunity to take a drink. It's been a pretty high stress race. Should be a good one to watch, though. Lots of action all the way through here.
Sorry, Scott.
Oh, no worries, Fred, but don't worry about me.
1.9 still closing a little bit. Now we got more solstices to deal with.
Just didn't have enough to get around.
That car is a lap down.
Live to fight another day.
Yep. Yep.
Good opportunity here.
Car on your left.
Yep.
All clear, all
Use
clear.
that to close in very nicely.
1 minute, 23.531.
Really think the brake bias change was the main difference maker here. Able to, even late in the race here, much more aggressive on the brakes into turn 1. It does not get nearly as tight at apex. It's amazing what such a little change like brake bias pressure will do. And how different values will work for different people too. Like that 74% that this setup had probably ran fine for somebody. It just doesn't happen to suit my personal driving style. I'm pretty heavy with trail braking and stuff like that, where that front bias may be introducing more understeer than expected. But because this car has ABS, you can run a lot of that rear bias and not worry so much about wheel hop and the car getting loose on entry. Very nice lap here. Clean traffic and a draft. 23-1. Couple of solstices to deal with. Oof. Couple of laggy solstices to deal with.
Alright, man, that car is a lap down. You got one on your left. That car is a lap down. Clear on the
Hey,
left.
hey, hey!
You got one on your left. Clear on the left.
That was... Oh, buddy. That was heart-stopping. Looks like it's going to be a 19-lap race, by the way. Which is fine, because we might need that time. We are here now. Let it coast to the center of the carousel there. Don't overdrive it. You've done so good at not overdriving the car this race. No reason to start now. Just need to apply pressure to get him to overdrive. That's worked out really well for us so far.
1 minute 23.966.
Taking rubber to the face. Don't take that out of context. Oh, he hit the curb a little bit there. That may give us enough of a run.
Thank you.
All right, which way is this guy gonna go?
That car is a lap down. You got one on your left. Clear on the
Kind
left.
of scared of Nico there. He was bouncing all over the place.
We're very much so here. He held a very nice line there, though, and now we got a ton of solstices ahead of us. This is going to be awful.
Nice race.
Oh, that's going to kill any chance. Well.
Car on your right. Clear on the right.
Oh, man, it's so tight. Oh, man, what a finish.
There's the flag. It's over.
Good race with you, Gary. A lot of fun.
There you go, man. Good job, driver.
Oh. My heart is thumping. Wow, that was something.
No problem, Brandon. It was a lot of fun. I think I kind of got flipped up there a little bit, and that's what brought you into me.
I wish I had a heart rate meter to see what my heart rate was during that entire race, because I feel like it was higher than normal. That was really, really fun. That was probably one of the most fun regular iRacing races I have had in a very, very long time. To start in 9th position and end up 4th, not just through attrition, there was some of that, but we actually, made some real good, honest-to-goodness passes on track to get there. Felt really great. Even though my pace was not significantly faster than anybody's, I think it was the raw consistency that really brought us to the front. If you look at like Lewis in the 9, he had a fastest lap. That was a 22.7. I was not really even close to hitting those times, but yet by the end of the race we were absolutely running him down. And I think that's because of the changes I ended up making with the setup to make it really good on the long run and to stay very consistent. It's a shame we didn't end up with a podium there. I think we really had a good chance of it if not for the solstices, or maybe if the solstices had worked a little bit more with us, but they have their own race too, so I'm not angry at them. I understand that's multi-class racing. You know, they're just as entitled to their race as we are to ours. That's the way it went. I still really just could not be happier with how that race went. Gained back some of the I rating that I've been plummeting lately, back up to 2389, which should put me back ahead of Gem Knight, which makes me feel better. Sorry, Gem. And we didn't lose barely any safety rating in that. Fastest lap was lap 17. Everybody else was in the first 5. That pretty much shows it all, doesn't it? Alright, well, that will do it for this week. I hope you enjoyed. If you didn't enjoy that, then I'm not sure what kind of iRacing content you would enjoy. But thank you for joining, and I will see you next week.